Imagine a mega city so incredibly wealthy that its streets were literally paved with stories of gold. A brutal, unstoppable empire that conquered the known world, humiliated the greatest kings, and built a colossal tower meant to violently pierce the heavens. This wasn't a myth. This was Babylon, the undisputed first superpower of the ancient world. But here is the greatest mystery in human history. How does an empire of millions, protected by walls so thick that four-horse chariots could race on top of them, simply vanish? How does the most impenetrable fortress on earth fall in a single night without a single drop of blood being spilled in its streets? Today, on History Story, we are breaking through the legendary walls of Babylon. We are going to uncover the dark secrets, the mind-bending engineering, and the ultimate fatal arrogance that brought the world's most terrifying empire to its knees. You think you know ancient history? You have no idea. To understand the sudden and shocking fall of Babylon, you first have to understand its terrifying rise. Long before Rome was even a thought, and while the Greeks were still fighting in small tribes, Babylon was writing the rulebook for human civilization. Nestled between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers in modern-day Iraq, it began as a minor port town. But it was destined for a ruthless greatness. The environment was harsh, the desert unforgiving, yet the people of this region learned to tame the rivers, creating an agricultural powerhouse that fed armies and fueled unprecedented expansion. The first true mastermind of this empire was King Hammurabi. In the 18th century BC, he didn't just conquer neighboring cities with brutal military force, he conquered their minds and their societies. He created the Code of Hammurabi, one of the oldest deciphered writings of significant length in the world. It was a massive pillar of black diorite stone detailing 282 laws. And let me tell you, these laws were not about human rights. This was the exact birthplace of the concept, an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. If a builder constructed a house and it collapsed, killing the owner, the builder was immediately put to death. If a son struck his father, his hands were to be cut off. It was a society built on absolute order, extreme discipline, and paralyzing fear. This ruthless legal system allowed Babylon to operate like a massive, unstoppable, and highly organized machine, crushing any internal dissent before it could even begin. Fast forward 1,000 years, and Babylon was no longer just a wealthy city. Under the reign of the Neo-Babylonian kings, it became a terrifying monster of architecture and opulence. Greek historian Herodotus claimed the outer walls were 56 miles long, 80 feet thick, and 320 feet high. Even if he was exaggerating the scale, modern archaeological evidence proves that Babylon was an absolute, undisputed fortress. The Euphrates River flowed directly through the center of the city, providing an endless water supply and an internal transportation network. To conquer Babylon, you didn't just have to defeat its massive army, you had to defeat nature itself. It was widely considered by every rival nation to be completely unconquerable. But the true golden age of Babylon, and the beginning of its dark descent, came under the rule of one man, Nebuchadnezzar II. He is history's ultimate megalomaniac. He wanted to build a city so magnificent, so overwhelmingly beautiful, that it would make the gods themselves violently jealous. His military campaigns were brutal, wiping out entire nations, absorbing their wealth, and bringing back thousands of slaves to fuel his massive construction projects. Under his command, the city became a canvas of impossible wealth. He constructed the legendary Ishtar Gate, the breathtaking main entrance to the inner city. Imagine walking out of a harsh, blinding desert and suddenly facing a massive, towering gate made entirely of brilliant glazed lapis lazuli blue bricks, decorated with glowing golden dragons, lions, and bulls. It was psychological warfare executed through architecture. It screamed power, wealth, and invincibility. And to satisfy his homesick wife, Amytis of Media, who missed the green hills of her homeland, He supposedly built the Hanging Gardens of Babylon, one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. A colossal terraced mountain of lush, exotic vegetation built right in the middle of a barren desert. It was sustained by a complex mechanical water pumping system that was centuries ahead of its time, drawing water continuously from the Euphrates. But here is the chilling part. No archaeological evidence of the gardens has ever been found. Was it real? Or was it just ancient propaganda, a brilliant lie spun to terrify rival nations into submission? Nebuchadnezzar's ambition was legendary, but it was fueled by the blood and sweat of countless conquered nations. If you are fascinated by the brutal truths and hidden secrets of these ancient empires, hit the subscribe button right now and join the History Story community. We bring the lost titans of history back to life every single week. Make sure to drop a like if you want to see more deep dives into ancient megacities. Now, let's return to the ultimate arrogance of mankind. Wealth breeds power, and absolute power breeds a fatal disease: hubris. The Babylonians believed they were the literal center of the universe. To prove it to the world, they constructed the Etemenanki, a colossal ziggurat dedicated to their supreme god, Marduk. This towering structure of baked brick stretched nearly 300 feet into the sky, dominating the horizon for miles around. Historically, this massive, arrogant monument is widely believed to be the true inspiration for the biblical Tower of Babel. It was a massive statement to the world and to the heavens. We are untouchable. We are gods on earth. But Nebuchadnezzar's reign of terror and conquest, including the brutal destruction of Jerusalem and the enslavement of its people, created a massive, hidden vulnerability. The empire was incredibly wealthy on the outside, but it was rotting rapidly from the inside. The conquered populations living within Babylon's walls secretly hated their masters. The heavy taxation, the forced labor, the endless displays of arrogant opulence, it all turned the empire into a massive powder keg, just waiting for a single brilliant spark. By 539 BC, the monster was weak. The final king of Babylon, Nabonidus, was deeply unpopular. He was obsessed with ancient history and religious reforms, spending years away from the city and leaving it in the hands of his arrogant and careless son, Belshazzar. While the Babylonian elite threw massive, lavish feasts inside their impregnable walls, drinking from golden cups and convinced that no army in the world could ever breach their defenses, a new shadow was falling over the desert. A new king was marching toward the city. He wasn't just a warlord, he was a tactical genius with a completely different vision for how an empire should be ruled. His name? Cyrus the Great of Persia. Cyrus knew that attacking the towering walls of Babylon was pure suicide. His army would be slaughtered from above. So he did the absolutely impossible. In the dead of night, while the Babylonians were completely distracted by a massive drunken religious festival, Cyrus's engineers executed one of the most brilliant military maneuvers in human history. They dug massive canals upstream and literally diverted the course of the mighty Euphrates River, funneling the water into a nearby swamp. The water level flowing under the city's impenetrable walls dropped. It dropped just enough for a man to wade through. And in the pitch black of the night, the elite Persian army silently marched right under the gates, through the muddy riverbed, and into the heart of the greatest superpower on earth. They bypassed the legendary defenses completely. The fall of Babylon was instantaneous. There was no massive siege, no legendary final stand. The city that had terrorized the world for centuries collapsed in a matter of hours. The impregnable fortress was taken from the inside out. The Babylonian guards were caught completely by surprise, and the city fell without a single major battle. Babylon, the Golden City, the absolute jewel of the ancient world, belonged to the Persian Empire. Babylon stands as the ultimate historical warning. It proves that no matter how thick your walls are, no matter how much gold lines your streets, extreme arrogance is the ultimate weapon of mass destruction. The greatest empires are rarely defeated from the outside. They rot from the inside until a genius comes along to push them over. But what happened next changed the course of human rights forever. The man who conquered Babylon, Cyrus the Great, did something no king had ever done before. I've covered his mind-blowing story in my video right here on the screen. Click on it to see how the first true emperor ruled the world. Before you go, I want to know your thoughts. Do you think a modern megacity could ever collapse as quickly as Babylon did? Let me know in the comments below. I read every single one. Thank you for watching History Story. Stay curious, and I'll see you in the next chapter.